Singapore has been named the best study abroad city in Southeast Asia and ranks 15th globally. With its world-class education system, multicultural environment, and countless opportunities, it attracts and welcomes many international students yearly. In this episode, I'll break down everything you need to know about exactly how to study in Singapore as an international student, from primary school to higher education. Let's start with the three main education systems in Singapore: public schools, international schools, and private schools. Each has unique characteristics and benefits. Firstly, public schools adopt the Singapore government curriculum, and it's the longest and most structured track. The standards here are high, with rigorous exams that really push students to excel, but at the same time, it's also the most affordable option, thanks to tuition grants. Next, we have international schools. They often follow global curricula like the IB curriculum and A-level curriculum, and focus on a more holistic, westernized approach to education. The entry requirements are moderate, but you'll usually need to meet language proficiency standards. However, they're the most expensive option, with an average tuition fees of SGD $40,000 per year. And finally, private schools. These are the most flexible option, offering shorter durations and mostly career-oriented programs. They're also the most accessible, with lower entry barriers, which makes them a great choice for students who want alternative pathways. The cost would be mid-range, cheaper than international schools, but more expensive than public schools. Ultimately, public schools in Singapore stand out as the best option, as they offer the highest quality education with structured pathways while being the most affordable option. So in this episode, we'll focus on how international students can study in public schools. Before we dive in, let me give you a recap on the educational timeline of students in the public school system in Singapore. Students begin their formal education journey in primary school, which lasts for 6 years, followed by secondary school, 4 years, and then high school, which is around 2 to 3 years, and finally university, which takes around 3 to 4 years. If you'd like a more detailed explanation of Singapore's education journey, you can watch our previous episode here. Primary school in Singapore, for students aged 7 to 12, is also known as elementary school and emphasizes core subjects to ensure a solid academic base. They then progress to secondary school at age 13 to 16 and encounter a more diverse curriculum designed to equip them with the skills and knowledge needed for their next steps, whether in higher education or the professional world. There's only one way to get into public primary or secondary schools in Singapore as an international student. You'll need to take the AEIS, which stands for the Admissions Exercise for International Students. The AEIS is a centralized exam conducted by the Ministry of Education, MOE, to help international students gain admission into government schools. The AEIS exam tests two main subjects, English and mathematics. The exam usually takes place in September every year, and successful students will receive an offer letter for a local school from MOE. If you missed the AEIS or didn't pass the exam, no worries. There's the supplementary AEIS, held in February. This allows you to retake the test and still try for admission within the same academic year. However, keep in mind that AEIS is a highly competitive exam because many international students are fighting for limited spots. That's why good preparation is key. Enrolling in AEIS preparatory courses can help you adapt to Singapore's government curriculum in English and math, so you can perform your best and increase your chances of getting into a public school in Singapore. After secondary school, students in Singapore progress to high school at ages 17 to 20, which offers two distinct pathways: junior college, JC, or polytechnic. Firstly, junior college is a 2-year A-level program that is academically rigorous, focusing on subject-based learning to prepare students for university. On the other hand, polytechnic offers a 3-year diploma program that emphasizes practical, work-oriented education. It focuses on hands-on skills and industry knowledge, equipping students for the workforce or further studies. To gain admission into JC or polytechnic, international students can take Singapore's GCE O-Level exam. This is a national exam taken by all secondary 4 students in Singapore. The exam covers subjects like English, math, science, and humanities, and is held annually around October. Admission into JC or Poly depends on your O-level results, and it's a challenging exam, so preparatory courses can really help you perform your best for the exam. Additionally, polytechnics also have their own admission exercise, which includes an entrance test for students who didn't take the O-level exam. Subjects tested includes English, mathematics, and science. The test is typically held in January. To apply, you need to submit your home country's high school results and meet specific entry requirements. Shortlisted students will be invited to take the entrance test. Preparatory courses are important here too, as they help you prepare and increase your likelihood of success for entry into your desired polytechnic. Lastly, moving on to higher education, Singapore has 6 public universities that offer world-class higher education. Among these, NUS and NTU are particularly renowned on the global stage, celebrated for their research excellence, strong academic programs, and global reputation. To gain admission into Singapore's top universities, international students can take Singapore's GCE O-Level examination, a national exam taken by students after 2 years of study at a junior college. The exams usually take place around November each year. Singapore's public universities prioritize students with strong GCE O-Level results, as well as graduates from local polytechnics, making these pathways the most competitive. It's important to note that the A-level exam in Singapore is particularly challenging, often regarded as tougher than its UK equivalent, so enrolling in preparatory courses is highly recommended. These courses provide targeted guidance and support to help students perform at their best and maximize their chances of securing admission into renowned universities. For students who are not considering public schools in Singapore, international schools are another excellent pathway. International schools in Singapore typically follow the IB curriculum and A-level curriculum, both of which are globally recognized. To be admitted to these schools, students are generally required to submit their highest education qualifications and most recent academic transcripts. Additionally, an interview and an admission test is often part of the process, which typically includes assessments in English, mathematics, and science. Now, if you're going for the private route, private universities in Singapore offer great opportunities to further your studies. These universities provide bachelor's and master's degree programs in collaboration with top universities from the UK and Australia, giving you a global perspective while studying locally. To apply, you'll need to submit your academic transcripts and meet the minimum IELTS English score requirement, typically above 5.5. The IELTS, International English Language Testing System, is a widely recognized English proficiency test that assesses your listening, reading, writing, and speaking skills. For international students, this test is essential to ensure you can handle academic coursework in English. If you're concerned about meeting the entry requirements, don't worry. There are prep courses available to help you prepare for the IELTS exam and the International School Entrance Test. That's a wrap on everything you need to know about how exactly to study in Singapore as an international student. Whether you're starting with primary school, aiming for a polytechnic diploma, or targeting a university degree, Singapore has pathways for everyone. If you're interested in studying in Singapore, be it the public school, international school, or private university route, here at Spring College International, we offer various preparatory courses and services to help you study abroad. If you've got any questions, let us know in the comments, or you can reach out to us through the form linked in the description below. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode, where I'll share more about where to live in Singapore as an international student. Till next time.